So, where do I even start? Well, I messed up. I really messed up. I didn't listen to my own advice. I let my impatience and personal avarice get the best of me. This was supposed to be an unboxing, a reunion with an iconic, amazing watch that is very special to me. Instead, an unboxing disaster. As we speak, I'm trying to return this, trying to get my money back. Don't expect fancy intros, voiceovers, all that editing that takes weeks and weeks like the previous video, which in case you missed it, do check it out. So I want to share this in hopes that you do not make the same mistakes as I did. So, as part of my goals for this year, I wanted to rebuy the Squale Azzurro polished finish 1521 iconic 500 meter automatic Swiss diver, still the best in its price range from the independent brand Squale, which of course, you know, has a long history with this brand. I'm not going to go into all of that stuff, discussed it to death. I found on eBay a used version of the old case. Now, a lot of people don't like this because it makes them think invariably makes them think of Invicta. To me, I don't care because the watch was around before Invicta started doing it, and I think they switched over to the non-signed case in about 2018, if my knowledge is correct. Obviously, for nostalgia purposes, I wanted to get that case. I was considering buying new, the Kosk version, which is pretty much exactly the same, only they've put Kosk on the dial instead of the double shark logo. Another bone of contention for people out there. I love it because not only do I love the retro shark logo, but also the fact that it's double signed, because if you know the history, you know why. I'm not getting into that. Oh, and I should do a quick wristwatch check. Nevada Gentian F77 there with the Meteorite dial in titanium, which was a completely fantastic buying experience, and we'll get into why maybe you should buy new, certainly at this price range later on. So I found this used version. Feedback was 100%, no red flags. The description was a little lacking. Had something like 40 something watches. There was, I think, only one other on sale used at the time. I sent an email asking, you know, how was the bezel action, because of course it is a bit of a kind of an Achilles heel with this design, something they've improved with later models. I got no response. This is my first mistake, impatience. No response, despite the perfect feedback. And he was selling some other luxury watches. And these are watches that are kind of like enthusiast choices, all kind of very obscure brands, one micro brand, I think, but very particular. To me, this reads like somebody who's a watch enthusiast. I decided to go ahead and put an offer in, which was rejected. I came back with a higher offer, which I thought was fair, considering this is a discontinued version, 7.5 or whatever. And this was under the authenticity guarantee threshold of 1,000. I think it's 1,000. I can't quite remember. So there's no authenticity check. I've bought countless luxury watches, Navitimers, Rolexes, Tudors, several Breitlings, all that good stuff. No problems at all. I always did my due diligence, mainly from Japan, a few domestic. So my faith in eBay, facciamo la corna, anche perché, you know, I've returned it as we speak. It's going back. So what happened? We'll cut to the unboxing footage. I'm a little bit trepidatious about this because well, I'll discuss it in the cutaway, I guess. But yeah, I hope it's okay. Looks like plasters. It's very strange. Anyway, okay, I'm going to pause it here. First little red flag was that he didn't reply to my email. I just put it down to discourtesy or lack of manners. First incision. Let's do a drum roll. Talon leather. So this was from Nomon, which I've bought from in the past, 2018. I highly recommend them. They're a fantastic authorized dealer. I've purchased I think 2 Steinhardts from them in the past, but here we go. Watch arrived fine, quick shipping to There it is, my old friend. I thought it's used some scratches. The pictures were adequate. Second mistake, description didn't list anything about the bezel. Now I did ask the seller about the bezel. Oh dear. Dear oh dear. Doesn't even move. That is not good. Something wrong with the bezel. And yeah, they completely ignored my question and they accepted my offer. I stupidly put the offer in before waiting for a response about the bezel issue. The bezel doesn't work, doesn't even turn. It's like it's welded to the case. So I reached out to him and this is what I said. Thank you for the prompt shipping. However, unfortunately the watch is defective and not as listed. I'm very disappointed as a result. The bezel does not work at all. In fact, it doesn't even rotate. I'm going to have to return it as it is defective. The listing stated it had minor cosmetic wear, which it did, and functioned, aside from that, functioned fine. Nothing in the description about the bezel not working. So obviously the listing is inaccurate. While I am fine with it being in used condition, I expected some degree of wear. It does not function as listed, and therefore I have to return it. Thank you. He replied, hello. The watch is not defective. Che stai dicendo? Che stai dicendo? You've seen the footage, right? It's defective. And he said, as it was made with a fixed bezel. All right. First of all, this guy is either lying or has not done his research. I think it's the former, not the latter, because, and this, I honestly thought it was a joke. Porca miseria. Okay, I replied, your statement about the bezel is factually incorrect. This model has never been made with a fixed bezel. I know because, as you guys know, I know the owner. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to pull rank or say, do you know who I am? I'm not that type. This model has never been made with a fixed bezel in the entire history of the Squire brand. Therefore, it is unquestionably and unequivocally defective. This watch is clearly not as listed in your description, and therefore it is in violation of the eBay policy. I needed him to approve the returns policy because there wasn't one with this. There was no returns accepted, so I needed him to approve my request. This is where it takes a turn, right? Your depth of historical knowledge of Squire brand is quite impressive. So I'm like, is this guy being facetious? Anyway, at the same time he accepted my request, I packed it up. This is how naive I am. Squire owners tend to be nice people. Also, it's a very particular watch, unless somebody gave it to him. But you're going to know about the history, or at least research a bit. You're going to be an enthusiast. You would have expected, right? As far as I know, it's never happened with the 1521. I know there was a bezel that they made for Blancpain special, for the German frogmen. Again, refer back to old videos. They were submerged for hours at a time because of the requirements of some particular mission or something. So they had rebreathers and they were timing hours, not minutes. So they simplified the bezel. That I understand, but dive time bezel with markings that doesn't turn? I mean, anyway, so either he's completely lying and full of it, or he really is that ignorant. I don't think so. Judging by the watches he's also selling, I don't think so. So it's gone back to him. There have been 2 attempts to redeliver it, and I think there's one more, then it's going to get held by FedEx. I just got a bad feeling about this, and I had a bad feeling when he didn't respond to my initial question, and I didn't go with it. I let my own impatience, my own excitement, my own eagerness to be reacquainted with this beautiful watch, and for what? To save a couple of $100? So I have a natural frugality that comes with I guess my English side, this old money, like cashmere sweaters with moth-eaten holes and hand-me-downs and that kind of thing, while living in a posh home with leaks in the ceiling. That kind of old money. It's a very British thing, this kind of frugality, and I should have just bought it new. I guess I wanted that case. Anyway, this is a lesson learned. I'm going to have to deal with eBay. Hopefully they honor my case. The watch, brand new, is $1,000 and I think $40 or whatever. It's just not worth it. It would have been interesting had it been, let's say, over the threshold if eBay's authenticity service would have picked up on this. Would they have tested the bezel? That would have been interesting. I have a feeling they would. If this was a Blancpain or a Rolex Submariner or whatever, I have a feeling they would. I know the company that does the checking, that does the process, and I've actually had watches serviced by them, because they offer that service as well through Moya, I think. That raises another great point. All the watch dealers that have ever been on my channel, Moya, Mark at Long Island Watch, Shreve Crump and Lowe, who else? Kenny at Triad Vintage Watches, Danny to Danny's Vintage Watches. Who else is there? There's a few more. Nomon out in, I think they're in Singapore, forgive me if that's wrong. All these people, I stand by them because I was a customer first, and I recommend them because they are professional and trustworthy. They have a standard of professionalism and just dealing with customers and honoring, you know, a sale and all the rest of it. But nobody is safe. I'm not infallible. I make mistakes. I let the excitement and the passion get to me. So don't make the same mistake. Be patient. Do your homework. Ask the right questions. Any red flags, and it's so funny, I even texted Mark. I said, oh, I've rebuying it, blah blah blah, but I got a funny feeling the guy didn't reply to my email. I just put it back down to bad manners, you know. I'm very all about that. Hope this finds you well, blah blah blah, thank you, please. It goes a long way. It's the first little sign that something's amiss, that he just kind of blanked, ghosted my email and just accepted my offer before responding, which I should have never ever done. So lesson learned. Just goes to show you can have 100% feedback, positive feedback, but you can still be you know, un caffone, un burino, un stronzo on eBay. Let's see how it goes. I'll give you an update, and as soon as I'm refunded, if I am refunded, I think I'm just going to buy it new. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Anyway, sorry about the brevity and the kind of, you know, all over the place nature of this video. Don't forget to click like, share with me your horror stories, any advice learned. Yeah, actually do that. Please do that in the comments below. Let's try and help out as many people as you can. I should do an update on a buying guide, you know, questions to ask, what to look out for. It's been donkey's years since I made the last video about buying used watches, so I'm going to do that again at some point this year. Anyway, tips, advice, especially down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Onwards and upwards. Ciao. Che disastro, ragazzi, che disastro.